What's up, YouTube? This is Jonell, and I'm keeping it coming. And we are live and direct, back at it once again with another one. We are the content is us. So let's keep the content going, y'all. Today's topic and today's subject is: do the black man and woman have a right to be angry and feel a sense of entitlement? I'm gonna agree and say yes. The black man and woman do have a right to feel angry and have a sense of entitlement and that mindset. Um, First and foremost, you can't take away the facts, and facts are, the truth is, um, we have helped build this country and got this country to where it is now. As far as the labor that we done put on our backs. You know what I'm saying? When I say we, of course I'm referring to my ancestors and our ancestors. But if you want to be even more technical, if you a worker today and you're helping these huge companies and stuff like that, you contributing to their business, yes, you are still helping build this country up. Yes, true indeed. So yes, yeah, as far as the anger and stuff like that go, I think you should definitely feel angry. And why wouldn't you feel angry? How couldn't you feel angry? Um, to help build a country and stuff like that and not be able to reap the benefits of it. Or more so, just to get a little deeper into it, how do you feel when you looking at it, or when you looking at yourself in the mirror and you like, you know what, damn, like I'm struggling to pay my bills and stuff like that. I'm working a job and I'm barely getting by, and I barely got enough money left on the side to do what I got to do because all of my money is going toward bills and stuff like that. And then you sit and then you look back at it and you like, damn, like why am I still going through that inside of a place that I done helped build? Me and my ancestors done helped build. So it definitely makes you feel underappreciated and stuff like that. So I can definitely understand that mindset and that mentality. I would have to go for that, and I would have to agree with it. Especially being that I'm a black man myself, I can identify. You know, um, Now as far as the anger go, I want to talk about anger and the black man and the black woman. As far as anger go, we definitely got a right to feel angry. Definitely. You know, um, for instance, um, they can sit and tell us about all of these things in the world as far as technology go. They can tell us how far the moon is, how far the sun is. They can tell us about all of this astrology and this, that, and the third. But you can't tell me where I came from. You can't tell the people where they came from. Or more so to even go deeper into it. You can tell me about um fossils and things like that being discovered, or the first human remains and stuff being discovered at Africa. I believe it was Ethiopia, some of the sort. Don't quote me, but you can tell us about the first man or the first fossil being found on Earth and stuff like that. But you can't tell me where I came from, where I came, where we come from. So looking at stuff like that, yes, yes, a person can constantly be angry and feel angry, of course. How would you feel if you woke up and you was it's like if you woke up as a black man, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna just say a kid, because we develop and we grow into men. How would you feel if you was a black boy, you know what I'm saying, and every day you ran outside and stuff, you was just trying to figure out who you was and where you came from. but in the sense of not even so deep, but just trying to figure out who you was as far as define yourself as far as manhood goes. You know, that after a while, like you gonna wanna test the waters and do everything you gotta do to figure out who you are. You know what I'm saying? And until you figure out who you are, you gonna constantly be angry and upset, and you gonna constantly be under emotion. You know what I'm saying? So um once again, I would have to relate to the black man and black woman feeling upset about that. And or just not even feeling upset about that, because that's just my own perspective. I feel like this is um like stuff that I just explained is where these mentalities and stuff derive from. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go back to the core, you know, and I think it's sad, man. And we need answers. They need to be explained. Nevertheless, you know, and once again, to add on to that, I got another analogy. Um, how would you feel if you know you had if there was a if you was a black man, you was an adopted black kid inside a foster home with um four other ethnic groups and backgrounds or races. You know what I'm saying? You had an Asian, a Chinese, a Hispanic, and then you had a Caucasian, and you was a black dude or a black person inside of this home or this foster home. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you looking around and you talking to the other people that's in this foster home, the other kids in this foster home with you, and all of them know where they come from, and all of them can tell you where they come from if you was to ask them. But you and all of them know that if they were to ask you where you came from, you wouldn't be able to answer that with complete and direct facts and information. That will automatically make you feel like an outcast. It will automatically feel like you're excluded from society. So once again, these are things that keep a person feeling mad and angry. You know, you know, and of course, you know, overall, it's something we gotta get over and just live in the day and live in the now. But it's still I'm still holding on to the fact that that anger is justified. It's not justified to a sense to where we go out and do reckless things and do senseless things and stuff like that. But it's justified enough to say, yo, we demand answers and to want answers. Who don't want to know where they came from or where they come from? You know? So yeah, I think that's pretty deep, man. That's definitely pretty deep, man. And as far as entitlement go again, when you just working and stuff like that and you can barely afford to make ends meet and things like that, like after a while it make you feel like damn, like what am I doing it for? Like what am I doing it for? Like they had a saying back in the days. They used to say from out of the frying pan we jump into another form of slavery. You know, so dang, like we leave one situation just to come into another situation, and it's just a notch up. But it's still bondage there. You know, so it's kind of sad. So, you know, of course, man, black man and the black woman feel a sense of entitlement. And I agree with that part and that aspect too. Yes, I feel like we are owed something. And if we can't get the 40 acres and a mule, even though we beyond and we past that right now, it don't mean that it's not ours. We know we entitled to something, you know, and this is not the kind of entitlement that I'm talking about, to where, you know, where you can just rightfully walk around and just feel like you don't gotta do this and you don't gotta do that because somebody owe you something. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about rightfully, like legally. We should be able to go to court and get that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how much is owed to us, and that's how and that's how, you know, that's how much is due us. You know, um, I got a situation or a topic, more so a story, to where I was talking with a woman one day, another black woman. We were having a phone conversation, and we wasn't really talking about the anger part of this topic or subject, but we was talking about that sense of entitlement. Now, this specific black woman or black girl, she come from a home where she was raised with her mother and father in the house, and that's what's up. We need more of that. But she come from a house or a home more so in a background to where she had her mother and father in the home, you know, um, and she come from like, her background even consists of, what I'm saying, she didn't grow up in the ghetto more so. She grew up in the suburbs, you know. But we were having a topic and it was along these same lines more so. And we was talking about, you know, um, having equal opportunity as black folks. You know what I'm saying? She was basically saying how we as black folks, we have equal opportunity just the same as any other race, or more so, she compared it to the white man. We have um, we have just as much equal opportunity as Caucasians do. So I said to her, true indeed, that is a fact. But just because we have equal rights and stuff like that, or no, not even equal rights, but equal opportunity, excuse me. Just because we have equal opportunity, don't make up for all of the time that we've been set back. So when you see like Caucasians and stuff like that, for instance, or um people of many different backgrounds, Hispanics, Chinese and stuff like that, anybody who haven't been enslaved for a long period of time at least. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't been set back, they're in a predicament to where they've had a chance to make it so that once they die and once they feel like they time is over, they can pass their legacy down and on, well, down to be carried on by the next generation of theirs, you know, versus the black man, black man and woman, we still trying to catch up. So that has to be taken into account, man. That has to be taken into account. Even if we do want to realize and wake up and admit and just be like, well, we have equal opportunity. We're not denying that. That's not to be denied. But because we have been set back, it's like it's not meant for us to catch up, or more so even to keep up. You know what I'm saying? It's only meant for us to remain, the best way we're gonna keep up in today's age, how it look is to be workers. And that goes back to my point. So, of course we feel a sense of entitlement. Yeah, we know something is owed to us and we know something is due to us. you know. And until we get that, we're going to continue to walk around and feel a sense of entitlement. We know reparations are due to us. We know that, you know. Um, so yeah, we was just going back and forth, and she spoke her piece on it and things like that. And just saying, man, we basically, man, we gotta come, we gotta do better. Once again, yes, that word, we got to do better, and until we headed there, what I'm saying, it's still gonna be a lot more to do. What I'm saying? And I don't believe or think that we can do better until we first realize and know that there's a problem. What I'm saying? And once we realize and know that there's a problem and understand that there's a problem, we can work toward a solution and work toward a solution to these problems. But if we all just walking around thinking that a situation is just one person's problem and not all of our problem as a whole or as a collective, then we'll never get it together. We gotta all feel like it's our problem. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, that's just my piece on that. So once again, I definitely feel like we are due we are due the right to feel some type of way, as far as to be angry, um, and to feel a sense of entitlement. And like I said once before, anger isn't always a bad thing. You know, it's just most associated with the dark side of things or the bad side of things, you know. But depending on how you use that anger, man, is what really counts and what really matters. You know, it's a saying by the philosopher Seneca, and he says we all struggle, but how we perceive our struggle is what really means something and what's really matter. How we perceive that struggle. We all struggle, but how we perceive that struggle is what really matters. You know, so we don't, you know, we can all do better, man, and we can all own a part, you know. But once again, you know, we just gotta play our roles, all of us collectively. And you know, it's not to say that that baby girl was wrong or anything like that. You know, she got her own views and her own perspective and stuff like that, and she's entitled to that. But once again, I don't think she was looking at it broadly, and I think that it would take for us to come together in order to even be able to speak on these topics and stuff like that to a point to where we can get change, you know. But that's my take on the subject, man. Once again, man, this is your boy John L. I'm back at you, man. Once again, we live and direct. If you liking what you hear and you feeling the vibe, hit that button, like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all. Peace.